Hello, welcome to our parent-teacher meeting where we'll be discussing our student of interest. So first I'd like to take the time to talk about how he behaves in the classroom environment. This student has ASD, so it's very typical that he has low classroom participation and rare social interactions with his peers. However, uncharacteristically, he puts in a lot of effort into this class with very little prompting, which is something that we really like to see. Now let's talk more specifically about his strengths and rooms for growth. His strengths is his motivation. He's really on top of it, very little prompting, like I said. He's very good at procedures. You give him a formula, you tell him to add, subtract, multiply, divide, anything, and he can do it. And his accuracy is really great. Very little small mistakes when he's doing his work. Gets most of the problems very correct on his first try. Some rooms for growth is his participation, like I mentioned previously. I wrote visualization on there because he is focusing more on the formulas than the pictures, which is fine, but I worry about if he's understanding how these formulas are coming about, and also the speed at which he is solving these problems because he's relying on these elementary tactics instead of having multiplication tables memorized. So that's worrying for FSA testing. For the specific math content, I believe that he is totally on grade level. He understands the material completely. Again, he's really good at solving things with formulas. And again, I worry about him using these elementary tricks because it's really slowing him down in solving these questions faster. I did a pre-assessment on him to see if he understands the material from previous years about fraction and decimal, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. I gave him a 24-question test with 3 questions asking him about each specific category. And he did really well. His accuracy was great. He only got 2 questions wrong, and it was like very small mistake at the end. But again, a 24-question test doesn't take too long, but it took him 2 class periods, which again, big problem with his time management. So my plan for the next lesson, which is a greatest common factor lesson plan, I'm going to use some UDL principles so that he can maybe gain a better understanding of what's happening. So I first want to start off with a group activity where he can work with a student that's very outgoing and maybe will be more receptive for him participating, and the co-teacher who he's very comfortable with. And then I also want to use the popsicle stick method, which if you don't know what that is, it's a popsicle stick with each student's name written on it, and then you just pull it out and they have to be the one that answers the question. So doing that might make him more comfortable and make him realize, oh, I can participate and this is a good thing to do. Then for the actual learning portion of the lesson plan, I want to be able to use manipulatives, which is just another way for him understanding what the formulas are doing. Maybe he won't understand visually, but maybe he will understand it more with tactiles, like manipulatives. And then I want to give him 2 methods of solving the greatest common factor. There's the Venn diagram method, which is more pictorial, so I don't think he'll like that too much. However, I want to give him a formulaic way, the all factors method, which is more up his alley. And then for practice, I want to lend him a calculator so that he's not spending so much time on doing these elementary tactics to solve for factors. This will improve his speed and maybe get him to start realizing what times what equals something. And then I do want to give him a self-reflection checklist just so he can tell me what he's understanding, what he's not understanding, and then we can improve from there. So in summary, I just want to work on his socialization. I think he has a great motivation. I don't want him to stop. And I think he just needs a little bit of extra practice with arithmetic. Thank you.